What's up guys, Escort52 and welcome back to the 52 Wonders channel, where today you will be learning a really easy way to force cards on the spectator. Plus we are going to be reviewing a set of playing cards, the 6-string playing cards. So make sure you stick around for the end of the video, you like, subscribe, you comment, and as always, let's get into this. Today we have the 6-string playing cards designed by addictive for Cardistry, and they were produced by the United States Playing Card Company. Now this is the box. We've got this soft touch brown paper box, which is almost sort of very minimalist. Yet we have these patterns all around the outside here. It's kind of like florally kind of works that you would see on older buildings. We've got this debossing on the front, and we have this gold bronze foil 6-strings playing card. At the very front here we have this symbol here of a virtuoso guitar player on an ace of spades, and that is featured on the actual ace of spades in the deck. Down the side we have some more bronze foil, as you can see here, with words designed by addictive. On the other side we have Classic Edition, and we have these as well, which I think is lovely, is this design work here. There's two sort of circles. On the back we have the deck design and the stamp. It has the number 52 on it, so don't be misled by that. It isn't like a numbering system where this is the 52nd. It features a lot on the deck, as it is here as well, number 52, and that is purely coincidental. Apparently, obviously there's 52 cards in the deck of playing cards, but also it's to do with the string gauge on a guitar, and obviously these are guitar themed playing cards. And on the bottom we just have some ad work here about who's designed it and who has produced it. As we pop the flap, as I said, we have number 52 here, and we do have a deck reveal, or a tuck case reveal even, with the 6 of clubs. Now with these you will get a blank card, and like most cards you'll get a double backer and 2 jokers. Now on the jokers, you'll notice they're pretty much identical, bar from a little bit of colouring issue here, and at the top of this joker we do have another card reveal. Now these cards are made by USDCC, so they do spring well out of the deck, and as well as that they dribble and fan amazingly well. Now there are a few alterations to the cards on here, so as we can see here, all of the cards feature this extra line here, which is very similar to a string on the guitar. So as we can see on the back design, where the bridge is, you normally have the string go in and it comes across here, and that is very similar down the side of the front of the card. So the aces pretty much come like normal aces, except from the ace of spades, which has that customization on it, like I said, that was a feature on the front of the box. So it just says Classic Edition, designed by addictive, and it's got this virtuoso guitar player in the centre. The arrangement of the pips is also different, as seen here on the 9 of hearts. They're not laid out exactly how you would normally see them on a deck of playing cards, but they're still quite cool. I like the fact that they've done that. The court cards are also customised. Each one has a guitar player on there. As you can see, they've all got different types of guitars as they're playing along. The pips are pretty much the same, apart from the diamonds, which have these little cuts into them. The spades, which it's exactly the same, but it's got just a little difference in there. And the clubs are probably the most different. You've got sort of this, almost looks like a bush rather than a club. And the back design is this 2-way guitar. So almost you could split it down the middle, it'd be exactly the same either side. We have like the bridge, we have the hole in the centre of the guitar where the acoustics come from, and we have this lovely pattern work around here. So it's all dots, lines and dashes in these sections, and there's a lot of pattern going on here, and it just really is just quite a nice design just on the back there. These cards feel great out of the box. You can They don't take long to break in fact they almost feel very broken in from the start. They riffle, they dribble and they spring quite well. Okay guys, so let's get into the scoring of the review. So in terms of aesthetics, I'm going to give these an 11 out of 13. I think they're beautifully designed. I love all the pattern work on there. There is a lot of intricate detail when it comes to the court cards, where we have all of this embellishing around the outside. I think that's great. In terms of handling, being new to SPCC, like I say in all videos, you know what you're going to get when they come out of the box, and trust me, they do feel really good, especially for doing a bit of cardistry and a bit of magic. So I'm going to give them a 10 out of 13. In terms of durability, I've been playing with these for a couple of days now and they do feel really good, and I've been springing them quite heavily just to get that feel for them, and they haven't deteriorated, so I'm going to give them another 10. So in terms of practicality, I'm going to give these a 10 out of 13. I just love the way that the fan looks with that extra added line around it. The back design isn't too overcomplicated, it's quite simplistic, and I do love the two deck sort of card reveals that you can do as tricks, which already gets you started if you are a beginner magician and you pick up these cards. So that gives these a grand total of 41 out of 52. Okay guys, now that the review is over, let's get you onto that tutorial where you can start learning how to do a nice, easy, simple force for the spectators that will utilise some of the card reveals that are on these cards. Today we are going to teach you a very easy way that you can force a card on the spectator. So for the purpose of today's tutorial, I'm going to be using the Ace of Diamonds. Now what I like to do prior to doing this trick is having it on the top of the cards already, and if you go back to a previous video of mine, you can learn how to do a riffle shuffle where you maintain the top card, which is the Ace of Diamonds, or you can do a false cut like this and the card remains on the top. Now what I like to do is using the false cut is because it justifies the next action, which is a swing cut like this. We could do a pass, but we do a swing cut and we take about a third or less than a third of the cards and we swing cut onto the top. Now what you're going to do is, as you swing cut it, you're going to use your little finger here to hold a break between the card that you're forcing, which is this one here, and the rest of the cards. Now when doing this, we need to make sure that we're not sticking our entire finger in there, purely because it causes this break down the front of the cards here. So what we're going to do is use as little skin as possible on the back, and as you can see, it almost makes that line almost invisible. Now the reason we use little under a third of the cards is because when we're riffling down the side, we want about free reign, because what happens is when you hit that break, there will be a natural stopping point, and we don't want that. We want to just keep going down the cards. So what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle the cards up, and you're going to say to the spectator that you're going to select a card, okay? And you just want them to say stop. So as they say stop, what you're going to do is you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to place it into where they've stopped, into that break. Now that isn't the card that they're going to select. With your thumb you're going to reach over and you're going to grab just above that break and lift up and take your finger out so it gets rid of this break on here. And then their card will be on the top, okay? So one more time we'll do a swing cut, and we'll say, right, okay, just tell us when to stop there, and you take the cards off. Now if you're in a walking about environment, you can just show them the card like this, and then you could put the other pack on top. Or if you're at a table environment, you could put the pack on the table, you could then show them their card, put it on top, and put the rest of the cards on top. Now that you can force a card, guys, what I'm going to do is show you a really simple and easy routine that is very impactful, and will create a moment with the spectator. Now for this trick, I'm going to use the Ace of Diamonds again, and that's because there is a reveal on the Joker. Now there are plenty of tuck case reveals and card reveals and gaff pack reveals that you can use for this, or you can go into doing a mentalism trick. But for the purpose of this, what we're going to do, so we're going to do a swing cut, and what we're going to do is we're going to riffle down, ask the spectator to stop. Now where they stop, we're going to pick up and obviously show their card, which is the Ace of Diamonds, and then we're going to lose it in the pack, so we're going to do a couple of shuffles. Now while doing this, what I like to say is that I've taken that card already, taken out one of the Jokers, and I'm going to use him a little bit later to try and find one of your cards. And then for me, I like to go down the estimation route and ask them how good they are at estimating where their card is. And what I tend to do is then I'll dribble the cards down, stop, and show them a card and say, I think this is your card. And they're going to say, no it's not, and I say, right, okay, that's fine. So So what I'll do is I'll get the Joker out and I said, alright, as mentioned earlier, we're going to use him, and I'll give him to him face down. At this point, what I'm going to say is I'm going to dribble the cards, and I want them to push the Joker in where they feel that their card is, and see if they can find it. And in doing so, I tell them as well not to lose the card in there, so that when we dribble, we can find it. So we do a dribble, and they push the card in. Now spread the cards, and there's either the top card or the bottom card. So what I tend to do is we'll take the cards away, and we're left with these two cards. Now the Joker's in the middle, and we say, right, it's either the top or the bottom, which one do you think it is? And they say the top. So we turn the top card over and say, is this your card? And they say no. So well, it must be the bottom then. And we turn it over, and they say no, it's not their card. I said, oh, that's very interesting. And I'll take the Joker out, and I'll turn it towards me and say, right, well, I said the Joker was going to help find your card, and it was going to reach in and grab your card. What was your card again? And they'll say the Ace of Diamonds, and I said it's very interesting because on the Joker just there is the Ace of Diamonds, and he pulled it out of the deck just for you. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed that tutorial. Make sure that when you are doing this, you practice and practice and practice at home over and over again. And don't forget, just be natural with it. Just be absolutely natural, and it will just come so easily in your performance. Now, as always, if you have liked this video, make sure that you like, you subscribe, you comment down below, and if you need any decks whatsoever, you head over to the 52 Wonders web store, which will be probably in the description box down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Bye!